up? Happy Friday, coming in live for the Breakfast Show. Episode number, we stopped counting. Hello, happy Friday. If it's your first time ever coming across the breakfast episode, in the comments, drop new. I would love to see who is new versus who is returning to the breakfast show. If you're returning, happy Friday in the comments so that I can say hello personally to you. And if you catch this on the replay, it is right now 7:49 a.m. in Michigan, so Eastern Standard Time. You probably might catch this on the replay. If you do, I'll be able to comment, so make sure you say new or replay or what time it is. Welcome, Jody, and I will respond back to you. I wholeheartedly invite you to be a part of this morning's episode. Drop questions when you have them. Clarity is power. And this morning we are going to make, for the first time, an extremely protein-packed chocolate peanut butter chia mousse. So it is a brand new recipe. It will be packed with over 20 grams of protein. It will have you feeling full. Hello, Mary. Full, satisfied, protein-packed, burning calories, thermostat on. And while we make this breakfast, we're actually going to have a conversation. And the conversation is going to be around a topic that there's a lot of noise with. Can you even guess? Like, a lot of noise. But I'm going to bring so much clarity to you, I hope. I ended up listening to 25 plus Audible books now on just hormones and energy and perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause and weight loss and improving muscle tone, better sleep. And I came to find out there were 3 things that every book I listened to mentioned. And once I started implementing what the books kept saying over and over again, but kind of in a different way, it finally clicked. I have some positive news. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. Good morning, Lamarche. I have some good news about something. The good news is this. There is 100% the 3 things that I started doing. I dropped 30 pounds in 5 months after struggling for 11 months to drop even an inch. So there is hope. If you have struggled, I ended up going in for a physical. Blood work came back normal. I would have never in a million years ever guessed that. And my doctor brought up a term called metformin, which is a pill for people who are diabetic. Supposedly it helps you lose weight. Something just told me that it was time to get away from all of it. I've been the girl who's bought packaged foods from certain companies that give me the proper percentage of protein, fats, and carbs. I get amazing results. I get off. I get bored. Can't afford it. And I go back to where I was. It was this constant up and down of a roller coaster. I can't even tell you how many meal plans I've bought. I get good results because I can follow a plan, but it never taught me anything. I'd get off of it or I'd go travel and I'd put all the weight back on. Because what they would give me was macronutrients. I never knew how to do that because I was never taught. So when I tell you that I've tried absolutely everything, and I used to think I was the calorie queen, that it was all about calories, I learned the hard way. I failed forward, I wouldn't give up, and I'm here to tell you that what I'm gonna share with you about the 3 components of weight loss could help you in so many positive ways. So let's dive in. You can write this down if you want. It will be available on Instagram and Facebook. So if you want the replay, drop a heart in the comments. Very happy to share where you can find that at. But I know you've heard a lot of this already, but this is going to give you a lot of clarity. This is coming from 25 plus Audible books from experts. So take what it is that you hear, realize I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form, and I'm just trying to share with you what's helped me, coming close to 40 years old in so many ways when it comes to improving muscle, weight loss, better sleep, hormone balance. So number 1 is protein. If you want to write that down, I'll tell you the number in a second. No one can give you that number. And if they give you that number, I call BS. Do you want to know why? Every day you're putting a different amount of energy in your body. Every day I look inside of this really cool app and I never put the same energy in my body, ever. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel good. I'm ovulating and I have a stomach ache and I eat like 800 calories. The next day I'm at like 3,000 calories. The next day I'm at like 1,500 calories. What matters is that 30% of those calories by the end of the night came from protein or greater. 40% came from fats and carbs. See, my macronutrients were never balanced. There's this really cool app that has a graph that shows you. Obviously, a graph equals 100%. It breaks down the 3 percentages and tells you at the end of the day. For 7 days straight, I never once was balanced. I never once got 30% or more of my food from protein, 40% or less from fats and carbs. I didn't want to follow a meal plan. I was so sick and tired of giving up foods, desserts, and alcohol. So what I learned through this Power Play event absolutely blew my mind. So I ended up inventing it for you. Like, hey, here's my phone number. here's 7 days where you go into this Power Play app. You track your percentage of, all you do is put your food in the app, and at the end of each day, I'm gonna voice note you. I don't want you giving up foods. I don't want you giving up desserts. I don't want you giving up alcohol. I don't want you eating different. I wanna reverse engineer and teach you that you can still have all of your favorite foods. So you'll master it by the 5th day. I give you 7 just for some leeway, and that's called the Power Play. I've now had over, hi Melanie, down 1 pound in 1 week since Monday. Awesome, love this plan. So here's the deal. You get 7 days with me. I also give you a 10-minute abs workout you can start implementing. Me at Costco and Kroger live grocery shopping so you can see kind of the things that I put in my cart, a grocery list, and you get to be a part of the next live event that I have before the event doors even open. You guarantee yourself a spot. And that date will be sometime in July. It will not be the holiday weekend. So if you haven't been a Power Play student of mine and you are ready, I'm looking for the person who's ready to lose weight. You will drop Power Play in the comments section. This whopping 7-day course behind the scenes with me, literally learning is in doing. I voice note you every single night. What you will learn will blow your mind. Literally, I'm telling you right now, the whopping $67 is going up to $197. So you came across this for a reason. Drop Power Play. You have to put that in the comments. I cross-check it here, and you will get an email to literally text message my personal phone number today saying I am ready. Okay? Number 2 is water. There's a lot of noise, right? There's people who are like, you have to drink a gallon. No. The term liposuction was actually invented by our human body because our body goes through a process called lipolysis. Lipolysis. How incredible is that? And to go through it, it has to have half of your weight in ounces of water every day. Uh-oh. Are you drinking half of your weight in ounces of water? Do you know what half of your weight in ounces of water is? The first process to lipolysis is hydrolysis. I was only drinking water when I brushed my teeth. For the Power Play, because the comments do disappear, you're gonna go to thebreakfastshow.net. You'll see Power Play there. And if you didn't get my free protein guide, that guide does help you kind of get at least 100 grams of protein. It's more or less getting 20 to 30 grams of protein every meal, every snack. So you will see at thebreakfastshow.net a free protein guide for you. If you haven't claimed that, I am right now in the invention of a new free protein guide. It's gonna be a freebie quiz with at the bottom. I'm not gonna tell you what it's gonna be, but that is coming, so stay tuned. But thebreakfastshow.net has the free protein guide, and it also has there for you the Power Play. You won't miss it. You'll get an instant email to text message me personally. I am ready. And if you didn't know, my recipe book has officially launched. If you didn't get your mitts on it, it's been created by my family for your family. So 11-year-old, family friendly, 40 plus recipes, 20 grams of protein in all of them. Pretty fun to come home from a busy day of work and flip it open and just make a recipe, right? Guaranteeing it's 20 grams of protein. So water intake, if you think it's gonna be a struggle, drop a heart. I have a few hacks that I've like biohacked to make it possible and simple for the busy frickin' people. And number 3 is mindset / insoluble and soluble fiber. I was the girl who kind of became afraid of carbs. I felt like I looked at carbs and I put weight on. Put a 1 in the comments if you can relate. But insoluble and soluble fiber, one of the biggest signs that we're deficit in it right now in today's day is the inflammation and bloating in the stomach area, the irregularity of bowel movements, 1 to 2 a day, and really weird noises going on in the stomach with a foul smelling gas. So insoluble and soluble fiber, it really can't be supplemented. You know, Metamucil, they have all this stuff out there in marketing. You really want to get 6 cups raw, or 6 cups of fruits and vegetables. It doesn't have to be raw. I encourage you, this was a big struggle for me to start with 1 cup. So do 1 cup this whole week, then up it to 2, then up it to 3. Give your digestive tract a little bit of like, oh, I'm introducing fiber into my everyday lifestyle. You never want more than 3 cups of fruit. The fruit that is the best ever, I've read about it in 25 plus Audible books, is your berries. Most antioxidants, most fiber, lowest on the glycemic index chart. Did you know when you have dietary fiber in something, it washes away the carbohydrates and then it becomes a net carb? So in fruit, if there's 10 grams of fiber and 15 grams of carbs, really you're left with 5 net carbs. So fiber is really, really our best friend as well. And then also your mindset. So your mindset doesn't care what you plant. It doesn't care if you want to plant positivity. It doesn't care if you want to plant negativity, but it does bring it into fruition. Like it becomes a thing. Just like a farmer. If a farmer goes to his land and he plants nightshade, the land doesn't care. Here's your poison, buddy. You want to plant carrots? Here's your beautiful carrots or your corn. So you need to really realize, like, when you're on this journey, are you 100% talking to yourself in a positive way? Are you saying, I'm so happy and I'm so grateful now that I am drinking half of my weight in ounces of water, which is 80 ounces every single day? I am so happy and I am so grateful now that those red shorts that are a size 6, I fit in them again. You're saying these things to yourself on repeat before it actually happens. It's actually rewriting your story. And there's a book that changed my mind. If you can relate with like binging or sugar or snacking or over consuming or noise chatter, I want you in the comments to drop a heart for a book that rocked my world. It made me realize, Michelle, 97% of your success with your goals comes from your mindset. You've got to nurture it. You've got to water it. Like, let's go. And it changed my life. I am a completely different person today than I was 7 years ago. I've 10x'd goals. And it's not because there's anything different between me and you. It's because I changed the way that I talk to myself. And when I have the negative talk and I have the chatter, I change it to I'm so happy and I'm so grateful now that I am not a binge eater. Because one of these days, I'm going to win. The book is called Change Your Paradigm. Change Your Life by Bob Proctor. Get the Audible. Come on, right now, get out a piece of paper towel. Write on it, listen. Go put it in your car. No more radio until you listen to that book on repeat. Go put it where you do your makeup, you do your hair. Like, we live in this world where it's like we don't have time. But what about these little nooks and crannies of our day? We do have time. And on repeat, if we're saying that, we have to be saying, I'm so happy and I'm so grateful now that I have time to prioritize my mindset, right? It's like a little tricky situation. So we're going to make that recipe right now. The first thing we want to always focus on when we eat is we want to have 20 to 30 grams of protein. So for me, every snack, every meal, I used to snack on peanuts. I used to snack on trail mix. I used to have avocados. I used to have eggs. I used to have cheese. I used to olives and olive oils. You know, they're so good for you, but those foods are all very good, healthy fats. And there's 9 calories per gram of fat. There's 4 calories per gram of carb, 4 calories per gram of protein. So you can't get 20 to 30 grams of protein with avocados and nuts and peanut butters and seeds and chia seeds and avocados and cheese and eggs unless you are eating about 800 calories worth. It's not possible. So what you're going to learn from me right now is going to blow your mind. So hold on, let me show you how you're going to know if it is a good bang for your buck when it comes to a meal or a snack, and what you do if it's not. Drop a heart if you allow me to tell you this little biohack. Christina, protein besides chicken. I have that whole list for you under my protein guide that's free. Thebreakfastshow.net has it. You'll see free protein guide. You can't miss it. And that will have a ton of lists for everything that's out there, high protein besides just your chicken. There's things in there for vegetarians, pescatarian, like anything can be found in there, okay? So watch, if you take the last number of something, the back will always have calories. It will always be in bold. Like, look at the nutritional facts. This matters. The serving size matters. And then protein matters. And they're all 3 in bold. So if I covered the last number of 150, can you tell me what I'm left with? All you have to do is write down, hey, look at the calories, cover the last number of the calories. Okay, you can do that. If you look at calories and you just hide the last number with your finger, what are you left with? 15. So when you go over to protein, that means there should be about 15 grams or more. So if I go over to protein, there's 28. It's a good bang for your buck. This is great, right? This is gonna get me to 20 to 30 grams of protein with my meals and my snacks, right? If there wasn't at least 15 grams of protein, all I gotta do is go to serving size and cut it in half. I can still have this bar. I don't believe in you giving up foods, desserts, or alcohol. I don't believe in you following a meal plan. I want to teach you how to biohack and drop 2 to 3 pounds every week in the summer and spring months without giving up foods, desserts, or alcohol or following a meal plan. And if that sounds intriguing and like a turn up for you, all you got to do is drop Power Play, because I've had over now 1,100 students who have done it. And in 5 days, you will master getting the proper percentage of macronutrients every single day in an app that is configured to only you. Your age, your height, your weight, your activity level, the fact that you're a male or a female. And the only thing you're asked to do is I say, hey, Savannah, don't eat different than you've been doing the last year. I'm gonna voice note you every night and teach you how to balance these macros. Because when your macros are balanced, like they give you in a meal plan, but they don't teach you, that's why trainers and nutritionists don't like me, because I teach you. I don't want you coming back to me. That course for 7 days behind the scenes to text me is $67. It's going up to $197. You gotta drop Power Play if this is turning you up right now. Because if you allow me to, I will change your life. Okay, so let's look at the back of this awesome Kind bar. We have 190 calories. It's in bold. We're asked to cover the last number. When I cover the last number of the calorie in this bar, what am I left with? You gotta help me. What am I left with? It's in bold for a reason. It's important. I'm left with 19. Bold protein. It's always in bold for us because it's so important, but we always think it's about calories. It's not. Okay? Take it from the girl who didn't drop an inch for 11 months. Did Power Play, mastered it in 5 days. So in 5 days, you'll have so much clarity and dropped 30 pounds in 5 months. Not once did I give up alcohol, desserts, or follow a meal plan. Not once did I give up any type of foods. Okay, so here's the deal. Is there 19 grams of protein? Nope, 6. Uh-oh. Okay, that's when the serving size is important. 1 bar, 40 grams. I would have half the bar. You can still have your favorite foods, and I voice note this every night. In Power Play, you're like, how do I learn? The learning is in the doing. I'm like your tutor. I'm telling you right now, I've never had someone do it for more than 7 days with me and say, Michelle, I still don't understand. They're like, Michelle, this is so simple. I wish I saw you on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook sooner. Okay? So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to thebreakfastshow.net if you did drop Power Play, and you're gonna get the whopping $67 one-time fee. There is no catch. You get the app that gives you your percentage of protein, fats, and carbs when you enter your food in every day, which that number will be different, and you'll learn how to balance them. There's no catch. There's no coming in. You need this, this, and this now. Go to the Power Play. You'll get an email to instantly text message me. I am ready on my personal phone number. In my event in July, which will be a private, exclusive, live 5-day event with me that is recorded if you can't be on live. Before the doors open, because you're a Power Play student, you are the first one to get a free ticket. And everything that happens if you can't be on, you have lifetime access to. Imagine 5 30-minute live sessions jam-packed in with me behind the scenes in an exclusive private event. Okay? So it's thebreakfastshow.net under Power Play. If you didn't get the free protein guide, and protein is a struggle, you'll see it under thebreakfastshow.net. It's under free protein guide. Okay? So we're gonna make this handy dandy breakfast. We know the first thing that we need is 20 grams of protein, absolute minimum. Minimum. So I'm gonna grab, okay, we're using first thing in this chocolate peanut butter chia mousse is a Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup protein powder. I have found a powder that I absolutely love. Okay. Oh, that David bar, 28 grams of protein, 150 calories, no sugar at all. You can only find it online. Cinnamon roll's the best. I put it in the microwave for 3 seconds. I have a little trick that I do within 30 minutes of waking up, 30 minutes of protein. So I have this every day. If you're wondering, the 25 plus Audible books I read, I didn't think it was healthy to supplement. And then I realized, oh, it's quite common. It's good to do that with shakes and bars. This is the best bang for your buck that you can get that has 0 sugar if you see it on it, but you can only get it online. Actually, drop David in the comments. So if you want to go check it out, you can go see. He's got cinnamon roll, put it in the microwave 3 seconds, obviously not in the wrapper, chocolate brownie batter, cake batter, cookie dough, blueberry muffin, cake batter, I think I said that already, and then a red velvet. My favorite is the cinnamon roll, okay? Family friendly. You'll never have a bar that'll have you burn 25 calories like this bar does. No, it doesn't have caffeine. Okay, for that David bar, I did, because the comments disappear, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, thebreakfastshow.net, you will see that gold David bar. Okay, you're the first thing I'm seeing this morning. Yay! That David bar is there. Every time you use that link, don't forget, you get free shipping. I had a gal that was ordering them. Okay, so free shipping. Thebreakfastshow.net under David. And if you're wondering, yes, you can have one every single day. Grab it and run. Amazing company, delicious bars. Yes, I love them. Right now, I think if you get a 3-pack, you get a free pair of socks. I just had my socks come in. They're actually pretty cute. Did you happen to see what I did for Bella, for her cheer? Because she really wants to like be one of the top people to like show that she's passionate and fundraise for her cheer. So I put together this $600 basket. So you get a whole package of David bars, my bikini in a bottle peptide that hasn't even launched to the public. You'll get a 2-month supply, which right there is like $500 value. 2 cans of the favorite Orgain protein powder, my favorite. $100 gift card to Amazon and a $25 gift card to Starbucks. So you have a huge chance. The winner will be announced on social media on June 30th live. Raffle tickets are $5. So drop in the comments if you want to get a raffle ticket, how many, and I will share with you how you can send that to me. And I'll send you a video of me with your raffle tickets with Bella filling it out and actually putting it into the lucky jar where you could win. That basket is amazing, and I'm pretty proud of what I did to put it together, okay? So, and you would be supporting a 11-year-old going into cheerleading for the very first time, who most likely is gonna end up going to Worlds, which is in Disney World, but she has got to fundraise to show that she's responsible and all in with cheer. So it was really cool. She gave me a list of names for people to reach out to, which I did. So it's been quite an honor. And I put that basket together for her and spent my hard-working money. So, okay, we have this. So I'm gonna grab the Orgain protein powder right here. I'm obsessed with the Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup. Literally, this is plant-based right here, okay? So there is no dairy, there is no soy, there is no gluten, there's no sugar, less than 4 grams of carbs. Mary, thank you. My Venmo is, let me put in the comments, Michelle-Churchill. Last 4 is 1883. And then put your phone number in the comments so I can text you in the comments of Venmo. Michelle-Churchill 1883 is the last 4. Or I have Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal. So if you can't do that, Mary, just get in my inbox and let me know, and I will send you that information. And thank you for supporting Isabella. And I bet you win. Good luck. Okay? There's 140 calories. You get 20 grams of protein. So we know it's a good bang for our buck, because we learned what? When we cover the last number of calories, we're left with 14. Is there 14 grams of protein? Protein's in bold because it's so important. There's 20. So we have a good bang. If there wasn't 20, we still eat our favorite foods. We'd go to serving size where it says 2 scoops and we would only do 1 scoop. Okay? So we're gonna pour 2 of these into a handy dandy bowl. 2 scoops, which is gonna put us right at 20 grams of protein. And we are also adding, okay, you need to make sure your scoop is level, right? Like, food is energy, and if we put too much of a good thing into our body, all it does is store as fat. I used to be the girl where 1 scoop was literally up to here. So we're gonna put 2 scoops, and you'll be able to see my clear bowl. 1, 2. So now we have 20 grams of protein inside of this. So we've hit that goal, so we can move on to other things. Okay, cinnamon. Alexa, what are 8 positive benefits of cinnamon? Oh, you can get 15% off of your Justine's chocolate peanut butter cup today. Drop a link in the comments. You won't find it anywhere besides online. They've got 30 plus flavors, 100 recipes. I make bread with this. I make peanut butter parfaits. I make milkshakes. I make no-bake cookies. I make marshmallows. Like, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't have the weird chalky aftertaste. And if you want just chocolate and vanilla, Costco or Sam's probably carries it, but I got sick of chocolate and vanilla. Every month I have a new flavor. Right now I'm on a Justine's peanut butter cup kick, but I love the cookies and creamy, I like the Fruity Pebbles, and I like the cookie dough. So drop a link and you can get 15% off, save your time, energy, money, and gas, okay? So we have that, we have our 20 grams of protein. Okay, so we have to talk about, it has a peanut butter. With our peanut butters, okay, did you know the first ingredient listed in anything that you put in your mouth is what you find the most of? That's insane. Drop a heart if you did not know that. The first ingredient listed in anything that you put in your mouth is what you find the most of. So inside of my peanut butter, the first thing was sugar. The last thing was peanuts. That's backwards. On that same shelf, there was one that had just peanuts. So check your ingredients. You have no clue. Like you think you're like trying, but at the same time, you're like ingesting peanut butter first thing in the morning. You're deficit in protein and you're dehydrated. And when you have this clarity of what it really is, it's when your dreams come true. It's when you get the results. For the link for the Orgain, it is right here at thebreakfastshow.net, and you won't miss it. There's a code for you to get 15% off. Every time you use that code, you get 15% off, not just the first time. If you didn't get the free protein guide, which lists all high protein items, okay? Link please, I don't see one. Right here, Celeste, thebreakfastshow.net has the Orgain protein powder. Add it because the comments will disappear and I won't be able to come back. Right here, okay? So we are gonna add 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. The one that I have now is from, it's amazing. I get it from Amazon. It's got 1 ingredient, cashews, and it's an Octonut creamy cashew butter. I'm pretty sure literally that it's probably the best cashew creamy butter, peanut butter that I've ever gotten my mitts on. So I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon, and again, I have to make sure it's level, right? I can't just have, you know, it keeping over the spoon. It has 1 ingredient, which is cashews. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna make sure that it's level, right? Can't be heaping over, which this is. So look at all that extra, right? I'm gonna put it inside. Put the extra here, okay? I get it on Amazon. Drop a link in the comments. I'm more than happy to share it with you. Alexa, what are 8 positive benefits of cinnamon on your health?
Here's something I found.
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, what are 8 positive benefits of cinnamon on your health?
Here's something I found on the web. Some health benefits commonly associated with cinnamon may include providing antioxidants, reducing inflammation, preventing heart disease, lowering blood sugar levels, preventing diabetes, preventing cancer, preventing bacterial and fungal infection, improving insulin sensitivity.
So if you just learned something new about cinnamon, hello, drop the biggest heart in the comments. You want 2 pinches a day. I put a pinch in my coffee sometimes. I put a pinch in some type of really good pudding that I'm making, like right now, protein packed, but it's not regular cinnamon. It's Ceylon. Okay, after the 25 plus Audible books that I've listened to, guess what I found? Regular cinnamon could elevate your kidney levels, but Ceylon cinnamon doesn't. This is from Amazon as well. Feel free to drop a link in the comments. I couldn't find it anywhere else. So good thing Amazon shipped it to me by 5 o'clock the next morning because I was like, bring on the positive changes, baby. Okay, 2 pinches every day in the Ceylon cinnamon. Okay, so we put 2 dashes of that. We need 1 tablespoon of cottage cheese, packed with protein, right? 1 tablespoon of cottage cheese. So we're gonna grab it. We have it right here. Okay, we have our handy dandy tablespoon. Drop in the comments what you think is high in protein, because I want to see if you mention one that I used to think was really high in protein. Drop it in the comments. One tablespoon of that. And when we look at the last calorie, just so you know, of the peanut butter, this is my thing for you. There's 180 calories. So you cover the last number of the calories. You're left with 18. When I go down to big, bold protein, there's only 8 calories. It's not a good bang for your buck, so I would go to serving size, 2 tablespoons. I cut it in half and did 1. See, I can still have my favorite foods, and so can you. Tell me if you understand this biohack in the comments, and if you don't, I'm more than happy to share it with you so that you do understand, okay? A tablespoon of chia seeds, unsweetened almond milk. Almond milk is what I froth every morning. So I froth almond milk every single morning with a frother. And then I pour coffee over top of it really slow. And then after that, really slow, I go in and I add stevia in the raw and I add cinnamon. Okay, so we're gonna put 1 table of the messy chia seeds, okay, right here. I like chia seeds for digestive tract. right? When I make this, we're gonna add 1 cup of insoluble and soluble fiber, just because anytime I can sneak it in fast, insoluble and soluble fiber, your local store should carry it. Really? I don't know why. Insoluble and soluble fiber is your fruits and veggies. Listen, I know it's gonna be a struggle for you. It was for me as well. What do you mean by plain Greek yogurt is a great bang for your buck when it comes to protein? Yes. And I have that whole list after like just chicken and yogurt. I have a list for you. If you didn't get the free protein guide, make sure you drop free in the comments because it brought me a lot of clarity. Okay. I have stomach inflammation. Okay. So you're probably deficit in stomach inflammation, bloating, irregular bowel movements, foul smell, and gas is a big sign of deficit of insoluble and soluble fiber. I gave up fruits and veggies because I became so afraid of carbs, but you actually want 6 cups a day. You never want more than 3 cups of fruit. And you have leeway. You can do 6 cups of veggies if you want. You can do 5 cups of veggies, 1 cup of fruit. You have everything. It doesn't have to be perfect. So your fruit, the best bang, if you're wondering, is berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. The best bang for your buck, period. Okay? Highest antioxidants, highest fiber. So if you want to do 5 cups of veggies, 1 cup of fruit, I want you to commit today to 1 cup from now until next Friday. Drop a heart in the comments if you'll do that for me. Then the following week, do 2 cups total. You can hide it in desserts like this pudding, protein-packed peanut butter cup mousse. You can hide it like that. You can hide it in smoothies and shakes like that. Inside of ice cream, homemade like that. So I'm telling you it is possible. It might be a little bit of adjustment and change is a little bit challenging, but you can do it. The free protein guide, sorry, the comments disappear. It's right here, thebreakfastshow.net. It's right underneath free protein guide, okay? That will give you a list of all high protein items, okay? Other than just your chicken and your Greek yogurt, okay? And there's some on there that I didn't even know. Your fridge is open, thebreakfastshow.net. So just put this in your web browser and all of that will come up for you. The Justine's Chocolate Peanut Butter Cup Orgain Protein Powder, the code to get 15% off, the David bar that I have within 30 minutes of waking up, 30 grams of protein. That one has 28 grams of protein. That's there. You can only find that online. The Ceylon Cinnamon, the Creamy Cashew Octonut Butter. It's on Amazon Finds, along with my red light therapy mask that I did this morning. I know a lot of you are asking what I'm doing when I go to bed. That's there as well. Everything is being pointed there for one reason. The comments disappear, okay? So next we need almond milk. How much do we need? We need half a cup of unsweetened almond milk or water. I feel like we can just do water. No, we'll do a half a cup of almond milk. So we'll take this, we'll do a half a cup. Stir it. Like I said, for creamer, like it replaced my creamer, it's been a game changer, okay? So I have this, we have almond milk, chia seeds, the protein, the cream cheese now. We're gonna add dash of vanilla, pinch of salt. I don't have vanilla, sweetener to taste. I can add a stevia in the raw packet, okay? I just buy these packets. I can add this. And then I will add the 1 tablespoon of cream cheese. Tell me this doesn't taste delicious with frozen strawberries, frozen berries. You blend it all together. And after you blend this all together, this will be on my stories, Nancy. Do you know how to look at my stories? It'll have this and then a picture of the recipe for you, okay? So this right here, you're gonna blend it all together and it's gonna turn into a mousse. And because there's just that 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, the chia seeds will expand and turn it into a really, really delicious pudding texture. I've had one similar to this in the past. So envision the strawberries, raspberries. We are gonna add that cream cheese. Again, I gotta make sure it's level, right? Cream cheese. And when you do protein power play with me, if you are one of my students, which I've had 1,100 students, as we know now, you get an app that you can talk to. So a lot of people eat out, a lot of people travel for work and they had no clue. You can just go in and be like, hey, you know, I'm at Chick-fil-A right now. I need to have at least, 20 grams of protein. What's the hack that we learned? If something's 20 grams of protein, tell me in the comments the most amount of calories it should have. What's our hack? Tell me in the comments. So I would talk to this app and say, give me 4 things I can order. Say I want to have a 300 calorie lunch. It should have 30 grams of protein, cover the last number. You're left with what? Yes. Then I would say, give me 4 recipes and it would tell me how to order from Chick-fil-A. You get that with Power Play. Along with today, you'll have your basic metabolic rate. You'll get into an app where you start putting your food in an app. You're not giving anything up. There's no meal plan, and there's no giving up foods, desserts, or alcohol. And I teach you how to balance your macros. Because if you're not getting 30% or greater from protein, 40% or less from fats and carbs, your body's not in balance. Your body cannot go through the process of losing weight. It most likely is putting visceral fat on. So between now, you get me for 7 days behind the scenes. You can master this by next Friday and start dropping 2 to 3 pounds a week without ever having to buy a meal plan ever again or give up foods, desserts, or alcohol. You would drop Power Play in the comments, okay? So we are going to blend this, I guess, all together. So I guess I'll do that with you. Here's the deal. For this recipe, I will put it on my stories, and I'll actually upload it to that free protein guide. So if you haven't claimed that free protein guide yet, make sure you do drop in the comment section free so I can make sure that I send that to you. I probably should have put this in a blender cup the first thing because now I'm making kind of a mess. Okay. Did you know, okay, so let's talk about the benefits of protein, because that was something that once I kind of became educated, it made all the world of a difference for me, right? I was like, oh, okay, like this is why it's important. So number one, you burn 30% more calories eating protein than you do a fat or a carb. So why is that important? Why does that matter? Well, at the age of 30, listen to this, your metabolism starts to change by 0.02%, and that's it. 0.02%, right? If we're not getting 30% or greater, we're timesing 10 with that. Not good, right? Times 10. Pretty sure we don't want to do that. Is she bleeding? Right? So, number two, you improve your muscle tone without lifting weights. So you now improve your muscle tone. Okay? At the age of 30, you stop producing, you lose 1% of your muscle tone. So at the age of 30, you lose 1% of your muscle tone. Not good. So again, protein matters. Number three, it's how the body feels full and satiety. It's a direct correlation to blood, to glucose levels. Okay? You want to make sure your body as many times as possible taps into the fat storage instead of the glucose. So it's important. But at the age of 20, did you know that you stopped producing the most abundant protein found in your body? Tell me what that protein is. I never knew this. And don't be skeptical, because we have tools, we have science, and we have technology. We should be very, 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 oh, for Power Play, it's right here. So you're going to go here and you're going to get it. Sorry, thebreakfastshow.net. You'll see in their Power Play. And then you'll get an email to text message my personal phone number, literally saying, I am ready. Okay? I'll get you in that app today. You'll have 7 days with me. You get a 10-minute abs workout. You get the app that you get to talk to. You can ask for, you can take a picture of your refrigerator and ask for recipes for 20 grams of protein. You have my phone number. You'll get a voice note from me every night. That's how I teach you. Okay? No giving up foods, desserts, or alcohol. So it being the weekend shouldn't really matter, if that makes any sense at all. Okay? It's under Power Play. So we're going to mix this all together like it tells us to do. I'm going to pour it into a handy coffee mug, and it tells me to let it sit in the fridge for 1 hour before it's done. Okay? Mary, why don't you message that to me on Messenger, and I will respond back to you. Drop a 1 in the comments if you think this looks delicious. Drop a 1 in the comments. I'm curious. Okay? So, the most abundant protein found in your body, which I see no one put it, is protein, or is collagen. And each year after 20, do you want to know something that's kind of important when you're losing weight? You lose 1%. That is your hair, that is your skin, that is your nails, that is your joints, that is your muscles, but most importantly, it's your skin's elasticity. Do you want to lose weight and have your skin restore back to its youthful self? Drop a 1 in the comments, because I know that I do. Okay? So here's the deal. If you're 50, you've lost 30%. You have in your body right now type 1 and type 3 collagen.